So hi everybody and welcome back to C++ tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 335, and in this video we start with the examples here down, and you can see we have here a struct A, we have here two variables, one string, one k. Important is here that the string is not a primitive variable, which means it can have constructors like this one here. And then we have here our normal constructor with the assignment list here. And here we have a copy constructor. Again, we see this with the parameter list here. And then we have here our move constructor, and we talked a little bit already about it, but let's repeat a little bit. First of all, what we have here, the parameter list with the double ampersand, which indicates, yes, this is our move constructor. And then we have here this no exception specifier. We already talked about this as well. That says only if the compiler throws an exception, it should not terminate this process. Instead, it should fall back to the copy constructor. And then we have here two assignments. And about these two assignments, we want to talk a little bit more deeper, because this one here, it says, you can see we assign here s this parameter here, and you see the parameter is a std move. We already talked about this one. It is just similar to a static cast, and you can see it takes here the value o, and then it gets the member s, and then it is casting to a double ampersand again. And the question is why? This is a little bit strange, right? Because here we already get an r value, so we have to provide an r value. This r value is here bound then to this one, and we are using this here. So the question is why we are using here std move. Pause the video, think about it. It's very tricky, not easy. And now I continue and answer the question. The answer is, even if this one here is an r value, I mean, if we first of all we provide an r value so that this one here can bound to it. But the problem is, at this point, when the provided r value is bound to this variable o, then this o here is not an r value anymore. It is an l value, because every variable which you can use in your program are considered as l values. For example, you can see we can use this o here in this parameter list here down in std move. And that's why we have to convert it back to an r value, and the std move is exactly doing that. It says, okay, I take this parameter here and I cast it again to a double ampersand, but there is no name anymore, and the compiler will say, oh, that's an r value. And that is important, because the r value, when we assign it to s, you can see, and I said before, s is not a primitive type. It has also a copy constructor, perhaps a move constructor, and this, if this is treated as an r value, it can bind to the move constructor of s. If not, it would bind here to the copy constructor, and we don't want copy constructor because move constructor is faster in general. So you can see that was a little bit tricky, but okay, let's continue. Again, we have here again an assignment. We have not talked about this exchange here, but in short, what it is doing, it just take here again this variable o, then the member k, and it is just assigning it here to our k here on top. But then in the second step, the 0 here is not assigned here anywhere top. The 0 here is assigned to this one here, which was taken from this o here. And we will talk about this more in detail when we see an example. All right, and with that said, that was already the first step, and I hope you understand this one here, that when we have a named variable, it is all time treated as an L value, even if it has a double ampersand type. That's very tricky, and that's why you will see all time this std move with named variables, so that they get rid of them. All right, with that said, if you have any questions like all time, write in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye and good luck.